Welcome to Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news, trends, and insights from Littlefield Agency. Grab your coffee, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Welcome back to another episode of Little Talks with Littlefield Agency. I'm Sam Littlefield. With me is
Roop.
You know, I'm so glad you guys got a break from my face over the last week.
We missed you, Sammy.
Yeah, well, you know, it is so good to be back. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I am fresh off of a plane within 24 hours from Paris and not Texas.
Oui.
I did like your post that Sam was not in Paris, Texas.
Yeah. You have to clarify because you would assume.
Good. Yeah,
I would assume. Because you've already been to Paris once this year.
I know. And for those of you listening, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's super bougie. No. First off, I've never been to Paris before. And the fact that I've been twice in the last 90 days is kind of crazy. But this one was obviously very business oriented in a great, beautiful conference room, to be honest. But we'll get in on that in a little bit. How is everything back here?
I just want to point out you are using French words like bougie, though. So
bougie.
Yeah, something's wearing off on you.
That's right.
Yeah, we're busy here. Get him a croissant.
Dude, I did have an amazing croissant. It was
Such
very
a
busy, and pain de. Oh, my French sucks. Sorry, guys. I'm not even going to butcher it. So, how was last week here?
It's good. Yeah. Nice. Quiet.
This week is insane. We have the whole Ditch Witch team is literally 2 doors down right now. We are in Mound Ridge, Kansas, all day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Great meeting ahead there. Cannot wait to see our friends in Kansas. And then we have agency happy hour, our quarterly happy hours this Friday.
And Mike is here on Wednesday.
And yes, Mike is here on Wednesday.
Mike is here on. People don't tell me anything.
A lot of grasshopper stuff.
Wow. Okay, that's so Ditch Witch, double grasshopper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agency happy hour on Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to McQuigg's. Bishop Quigley's. Love that place.
There's not a bar closer to our homes.
No, Claude and Roop really strategically pulled this off well. So, when I read the comments, I was like, yeah.
I walked over to Roop's desk and I was like, what do you think about Bishop Quigley?
Yeah, we planted the seed.
For those of you that do not know what Bishop Quigley's is, wonderful Irish food. Yeah. Best fish and chips, the best Guinness by far, and probably Oklahoma.
Its whole claim to fame to me is that it has the special pouring mechanism and chilling mechanisms for the perfect Guinness.
Yeah, the
Guinness is poured there tastes different than anywhere else.
Oh, than anywhere else. In Oklahoma, at least.
In Oklahoma, yeah, it was great.
I'm sure in Ireland it tastes similar, but I can't speak from experience. So great week here. Claude, you're about to be back on the road. I'm about to be back on the road. I think you're holding down the fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm back on the road in November, I think.
Yes, that is right. Yeah. That is right. So here we are, late September, and today you get kind of maybe not sorry, but you kind of get a brain dump from me coming out of magnet meetings.
No script.
No script. If you're watching this, I've got my computer with a couple of notes pulled up. There's no official script. We don't even have bullet points to talk through.
Nothing in front of Roop.
But here, for our listeners that don't know what Magnet Global is, so we've been a part of this since 1992. I was born in 1991. So it's unofficially, I have been in this network my whole life.
Unofficially, right.
Officially, I have been in this network for almost 10. Next year is my 10th year. I am very honored and fortunate enough. I am chairman of this network this year, and next year it's a 2-year term. So we have 2 principal meetings every year. The first meeting this year is in Miami. The second one being in Paris, France. Mm-hmm. Next year is in Phoenix, Arizona. And then we go to Buenos Aires down in South America. Very, very cool global network. And what we do is it's great minds think alike. We get together twice a year, and it is how do we run a better agency? How do we better service our clients? And how do we become better leaders? So there's some aspirational components. And then what I love about a magnet meeting is you come back and you have a laundry list of here's what I need to do. Here's where we need to improve. Here's what we're doing really well. And the beautiful thing about the takeaways here over this last week, our agency is doing a lot of really great things.
That's good to hear.
It's good to hear, right?
Good to hear.
Yeah, because sometimes I come back, many moons ago, I came back from these and be like, man, we've got work to do. And of course, we still have work to do, but we're in a really good position compared to some of these other agencies.
Yeah, so this is like your version of inbound.
This is my version, yeah, right? You come back.
You're going out, you're learning, you're hearing from other people, and then you come back energized and with notes.
Yes, yeah. And we're going to talk about those notes here shortly. It's an awesome thing for me. Since the pandemic 5 years ago, Magnet is not just CEO and principal focus now. Chris Kaiser has a media and analytics group. Julie Evans has a COO forum. There's an account service project management track. We're working on an AI for them now. So there's a lot of wonderful things that not only benefit Sam Littlefield, but benefit the entire agency. So
and our clients by extension.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So it's a win-win for all. So I'm going to walk you through this for the first time ever. So it's a marketing network, and it's Marketing and Advertising Global Network is what Magnet stands for. 2 years ago, let's rewind to 2023. I was in Park City, Utah. And someone on the very last day presented on this thing called ChatGPT.
Which was a mouthful at the time. Like, this is a terrible name.
You're like, oh, ChatGPT.
No one will remember how to say this.
And I will never forget, these two guys. One of them is a very, very good friend of mine. Recently sold his agency in Phoenix. He is actually few people. He literally has started an AI company. And it is like how he can help you streamline things within your business, whether you are a 25-person agency or whether you are a 10,000-person organization across the globe. He kind of comes in and teaches teams about how to better use AI. Really, really interesting. So in 2023 in Park City, we watched this guy do a prompt, and it was like very, very, very basic. Irish kid standing in London, England, holding a soccer ball. He has red hair.
Oh, he's making an image.
He's making an image, right? But again, like, which now is, like, oh yeah, like no big deal. At the time, it was just profound because this image was generated, and this kid who's not real was a kid. Like, it was just mind blowing, and it's so funny because I was literally just over 24 months ago. Seems like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
So that was just like the kind of the tipping off point, right? And then here we are, and the reason I'm sharing that with you is because that was just one little segment of overall just creative presentations. What are you doing on the marketing front? How do you run a better agency? All really good stuff. Paris this last week was all about AI, everything.
The whole city?
AI with a lens, our conference.
Oh, okay.
AI with a lens of marketing, but it was AI today. What are you doing today? What does tomorrow look like? And then what does the next 3 to 5 years look like? Really, really interesting.
3 to 5 years, I would love to hear.
Which is almost impossible to predict, right?
That's tough.
So, again, I'm not going to bore you with the minutia, but we started off the conference, and it was really interesting. They call it's a Pecha Kucha. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that French?
I don't know, but it's some sort of, you basically have 10 slides, and you get 20 seconds per slide to present on the state of AI within your own agency.
Oh, okay.
And you helped me put that together, which was really fun. Roop had fun with the video, got some great slides, and it's, hey, here's what Littlefield Agency is doing. And then it's the other 20 agencies, and here's what they are doing. And it's just really fascinating. Like, some people were really excited about generating some images for social. A lot of people, right? And which is great. Yeah. There's a lot of people focused on their own custom GPTs. There's one of my buddies down in Miami. He's a builder. He built his own hardware with an NVIDIA chip and created a brain station within his agency. It's just like it runs the gamut of it, but you get these great ideas of how other agencies are using it. So that's how we kicked off the conference. I got to participate in a great panel. And it was a moderator. There were 3 of us total, Ryan Rikus and Jen from Shermer. And the 3 of us walked through what we're doing, provided some opinions on what is ahead, et cetera. And then it's an open Q&A, so it's really nice. And then we get into the actual presentations. And what I love about you guys coming back from Inbound, GEO/AEO, whatever you want to call it, right?
Make sure SEO is still in there too. It's still important.
Yeah, of course, right? And we even talked about how that ties in with your SEM strategy. So, but it was very much focused on GEO and AEO. Who was blowing you up that day?
Sammy.
Yeah, I was like, dude, holy cow! You came back from Inbound. I get it. I've got this information, which was really cool because both lined up perfectly aligned. But then we got into how do you bring this to life for your clients? And how do you do this for your agency too?
And and what's the timing on it, which is kind of important right now.
Yeah. So we're going to have a whole conversation this week within our executive team. You are already doing some things, which is wonderful, but actual tactical examples of how we can bring this forward for our clients. So, because here's the crazy thing. Brands, while they are aware of this, they're really not doing much. It's this, again, shiny object.
Yeah, I think the Inbound stat was something like only 6% of all websites, forget brand or not, only 6% of all websites are optimized and prepared for this.
Totally. And One of my buddies, I'll get into it in a little bit. He actually provided some agency websites that are, and it's impressive. Like like looking at them, it's like they have not only upped their game, but they're taking the information that they're obviously learning from conferences, and if anything, they're probably experimenting it within their own agencies, which I know we're about to do that here very soon.
Oh, I've got a whole deck to show you that while you were gone.
For our listeners that don't listen all the time, Roop loves a good deck.
I sure do.
If you're like, if he like needs to, you just sometimes he'll come in on a Tuesday. Hey, I've got 10 slides for you.
I want to do decks,
which is great.
Yeah.
You want to do decks?
I love doing decks.
Yeah, that's great. No, and I mean, you came back. The deck you presented it 2 weeks ago.
Made it at the airport.
It's very, very good, and it was wonderful.
Coming back.
So then we looked at it, and let me give you an example because there's no secret sauce here. Another segment was all about the future of video and content shoots.
Yeah.
And let me give you an example. One of my friends, he's down in Jacksonville, Florida. He's been running the agency for 25 years. Unbelievable guy. So smart. He works from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. That's how, and a big part of that, he's reading a lot. He's very, very, very well educated. And he's so curious about AI. So he's very B2C focused. And he has worked with some massive brands down in the Southeast that over the years, they would budget anywhere from $600,000 to $2 million for a TV commercial. The shoot, the prep, the post, etc. Right?
Significant money.
One of his clients that normally has a $600,000 budget doesn't have that budget this year. So he goes, okay, we got to get creative because we have to produce content for the client. And he showed, and the software, by the way, is called Nano Banana.
Yeah, this is.
You heard of this?
This is Google's product.
It's Google's product, exactly. See, look how freaking smart you are, man. I love it.
We've been playing with the banana here.
But it. Why?
Why would you say that?
That's what it's called. What's wrong? What did I do wrong? That's actual and factual.
No way you just said.
Anywho, so great, right? So I'm jumping ahead of I'm ahead of myself here. We talked about a lot of different platforms and tools, which is great, right? It's wonderful to have this, but then it's what are you doing with said technology? And the way that this guy's team is using it is really amazing. Tons of trial and error. 25% of one man's week is literally experimentation, which is great. And that's kind of, the evolution of some of the roles here at the agency. But seeing how they're generating videos, seeing how they're pitching video, it's just all fascinating. Like there's so many to-dos for our clients coming out of this. This guy's way ahead, but he's not even presenting it to his clients yet because they're trying to perfect it.
Yeah, and that's probably a moving target, I would guess, for him as he's trying to perfect it.
Totally.
So we haven't really settled in yet. It's still evolving.
And we've talked about this on the podcast before. He actually played the Liquid Death AI commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Some of his stuff is better than that, and that's a great example. So he had a whole mantra on that, which is really good. And I've got so many to-dos. It's like, hey, do this for this client, this for that client. And again, right, like it's for our clients that are currently listening. This is why we work with you as an agency, because it's our job to understand and stay ahead, and what's next. And then the last point is the major takeaway, because this was the first conference in my almost 10 years in the network where usually there's just so many tangible takeaways, but this is also new, right? Mm-hmm. So the closing presentation was my very, very good friend, Chris Johnson. He's the guy that has started up this AI company. And it was, here are tactical, tangible ways that you can take everything that you've learned over the last 3 days and bring it back to your agency tomorrow, which was just awesome because all of his recommendations, probably 90% of them we are already doing as an agency. Some of my great friends within this network, they don't have an AI budget. We've established an AI budget this year. That's
increasing next year, right?
It is increasing next year. The processes that we have in place internally to test things, try things, bring things to life, introduce them to our clients. It's things like that, which is just super, super fascinating to me because I came back from Miami from a magnet meeting. And what did I tell you? It said, your new title.
Yeah. You're
by May 15th.
You're AI guy now.
You're the AI guy. Yeah. Which actually, I kind of like that as a title.
AI guy. You wanted it that week, actually. And I said, give me some time to get my arms around it. But yeah, that's how fast this stuff moves.
Yeah.
And how quick it happens. And it's good to hear that we're 90% there. Now,
Yeah,
now I want to know what the 10% we're not doing is.
And so that's a great segue because the closing, Chris Johnson, I call him CJ. His thing is AI at the end of the day, he goes, we all, and you're going to have to bleep this, Claude. But he said, we are all doing just a bunch of like there's a lot of in our, and I'm not talking about at the agency, I'm talking about client side. Like we are inundated with BS things that we just have to do sometimes. Yeah. And for him to come provide some takeaways of how do we, and when I came back from Miami, I told Roop, I said, Roop, between now, which was at the time mid to late April, to Christmas, I want you to create 20% efficiencies in everyone's workday.
Yeah, and just quick update on. Can I give you an update live?
Yeah,
on that?
Are we at 15% now?
Well, it depends on the number of projects you want to include, but we're around 25% on 3 big projects. Everything else kind of changed, and this is the nature of AI.
Totally.
More people started playing with it and adapting it and finding their own solutions, so I wasn't quite as needed in those corners. But yeah, I would say efficiency-wise, we're there or we're going to be there by the end of the year because it has to be adapted by more than 1 or 2 people. And I think the agency has done a good job of that.
Totally. And that's, there's one agency that presented, I won't share their name. They're a huge, like we're talking 500 to 1,000 employees. They did and they've got people all over the globe. They have invested $500,000 in AI salaries plus tools.
Okay.
So hired a couple of people and invested in some great tools. 20% of their agency isn't even using AI. And they're like this huge global digital agency that's like is significantly investing.
Yeah.
Let's say they have 1,000 employees. That's 20%. That's 200 people that aren't even really using it. So to your point, right, you're going to have advocates like you and Chris here. You've got a lot of curious people here, but how are we actually getting people to use this to create those efficiencies? So I look at, when I come back from a magnet meeting, what are we doing well? Where are our opportunities? And what can we do going forward for ourselves and for our clients that is a win-win, right? I mean, that's the big takeaway. And what I've realized, I have a lot of friends, they want to significantly grow their agencies to, 60, 80, 100 people. And I simply don't have that desire. You have to grow, right? We always have to, you grow or you die. We have to grow. But I look at it as how do we grow strategically and smartly, where we keep our culture here at the agency, provide great service offerings to our clients. But we're adding 1 to 2 people to staff each year, growing, of course. But you're not adding 10 to staff. And we're doing the amount of work of a 50-person agency as a 25 to 30-person shop. Yeah. And again, we're not saying, hey, this is going to be a sweatshop. Absolutely not. That is not our mantra here at the agency. But just a lot of really good information for us to digest, for us to talk as an executive team, for us to discuss as an agency going forward. And I am pretty freaking pumped.
You got back yesterday? Is that what
I got back? It's Monday, by the way. This will go live on what? Wednesday. I got back on Saturday.
Okay.
And then had a great family day on Sunday with Tara and the kids.
You have no jet lag about you.
No, dude, this stuff just energizes me. I'm sure it'll hit me in a couple of days.
We came back from San Francisco with jet lag.
This is awesome. 2 hours. 7 versus 2. That's okay. No judgment. So that is your treetop 30,000-foot view from Sam Littlefield in the eyes of stakeholder, one person. But I'm really proud of our agency, and I am just so pumped for what's to come over the next. We've got 90 days left, over 90 days left between now and the end of the year.
And I think we got work to do. I think we got work to do. I think we have some roadmaps in place to get there, though.
Yes, absolutely. Good news. So there's a glimpse. If you have thoughts, questions, DM us, DM me on LinkedIn, email me. Would love to chat. We'll go get into the minutia over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
In between travel, and we'll just move forward.
Yeah. And just preview for next week. Next week, we're going to have our last inbound recap focusing primarily on email.
Awesome. And that's you and Claude.
Me and Claude.
Yep. Okay. How lucky you guys. You get a recap from me and then I'm gone again. And I'm even here. But we're going to give this to Claude and Roop. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And then from there, after that, we'll see you in October.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
Most likely with more AI talk.
Dang right.
Yeah.
Dang right. Okay, Roopster, Claude, so good to be back. Thanks for holding down the fort. To our listeners, we love you. We love that you listen to us, and we hope you have a love for AI like we do, because there's a lot to do going forward. You will catch Claude and Roop next week. Thank you so much. See ya.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap. We hope you found a spark of inspiration for your marketing strategy. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us at Littlefield Agency to keep the conversation going. Catch you next time.